G'day. Welcome back to Dad vs. Son, and we are going on with Corsair Leader by DVG, and we are into the last day of the Battle of the Coral Sea. I had to think about whether to do the last day or not, since we already have an adequate result, and I was overruled, and the Admiral said, stuff you, get out there and do it. So we are going to do an all-out as best we can. Okay. So, let's go for it. We have one target free to choose. We only have 3 targets left, so one of them is the fleet carrier. Let's see what we get. And we get a light carrier. Yay! Okay, naval, 1 bandit. So there is at least 1 bandit. There's potentially 2 others there. 3 VP, 1 recon, 1 intel, 5 aircraft. Okay. So let's just have a look at this one first and see what we'd like to send on it, and then decide if we're going to take another target as well. Okay. So there are 2 sites in the middle and 1 site on each approach, and 1 bandit in the middle and 2 potential bandits, and we could take 5 aircraft. So I need to take probably 2 fighters. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. 5. Okay, so aircraft-wise, we've got the 2 torpedo bombers that can go, but they have no gung-ho. We have we have, well, Walker could go if we use his gung-ho. Righto. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use another 3 SOs, so that's target 35, that's fine. So we're starting with 8 SOs, I'm spending 3 to get another target, and we get a small dogfight. Righto. That's a secondary, so we'll do that second. Okay, so for the first target, we'll put out the sights. And there are 1 in the north, 1 in the east, 1 in the south, 1 in the west, and 2 up the guts. Let's see what we've got. So we have a 40mm twin mount, high and low. We have a nose sight on the east. We have a 5-inch mount in the middle, along with a quad 1-inch mount. We have a 40mm mount again at the base here and the southern approach, and another 1-inch, another 1-inch quad mount to the west. Okay. So we need 4 hits on this. We can take 5 aircraft. So I am going to send in Do I do a cheeky and just send all bombers? No. Okay, I'm going to send Benson in as a bomber. I'm going to send Bearcat in as a bomber. I'm going to use Walker's gung-ho to send him in as a bomber. That's 3 bombers, and I'm going to take 2 fighters. Okay. I am going to take Tom, and I'm using his gung-ho so that he doesn't have to worry about stress. And I'm going to send Bill Regalo in with him. So that'll be our 5 for there. All the aircraft will carry a 1,000 pounder. So that's that. Now for the second one, the small dogfight, we can take 2 aircraft. What have I got? 2 aircraft. Okay, so I'm going to take Wiggins. He's already got 2 stress. No, he's not. He's got 8 stress. He can't go anywhere. I used his gung-ho last time. Bugger, 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 poo, bottoms. Okay, so Chris has got to go. He's got a gung-ho. But he's got a -1 air-to-air, which is difficult. So then it comes down to either Foot, who has got 3 of his 5 stress already, or Greycap, who has 5 stress already, which makes him shaken, and he's at 0 already. Bloody hell. Okay, we're taking Foot. Okay, so that's our second mission, ready to go as well. Okay, so first mission. We've taken the target cards, selected the target, placed the sights, assigned the pilots, armed the aircraft. Event is, if no pilots are shot down during this mission, gain 2 SOs. That's good. Place aircraft. Okay, so where do we want to come in? If we come in again from the north, all of our aircraft are going to come in high to start with. So that means the 40mm and the 1-inch can go at us. So I think what we're going to do is the only one we need to worry about in each of the approaches is this one. We're going to come in from the east. That way we only get hit by him there, and then we get hit by these 2 in here. None of these others are a worry to us. So let's set it up. We have Benson, Bearcat, and Walker as our bombers, and we've got Regalo and Consul as our fighters, all coming in high. Bandits. Okay, so we're going to get the 1 for sure bandit first. Nope, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. My God almighty. I'm not bitching. I wish I could pull no bandits like this all the time. That's 6 straight no bandits, and they're all 0s. 7 straight. 8 straight. Oh, God. Nobody will believe me. And there we have 1 average. Okay. So all these go back in. And now we do our normal 2 bandits. What's the bet? First one is a legendary or a veteran? Veteran! Told you. What do you reckon the second one is? Come on, you can do it. Another average. Okay. 8 straight no bandits, and then pull that. Okay. Let's stick them over here. Okie dokie do. Okay, to make this easier, because none of these approach sites are going to do anything, I'm just going to get rid of them. I'm going to bring my aircraft in effectively from the top here so that we can stick the dice tray over there. It doesn't affect the way anything happens in any way, shape or form. Turn these around so they're ready. Righto. Air Intel Defence, no change. Over target event, add 2 to all rocket attacks. We have none. Okay, and we've got to remember that during this mission, we treat all bandits as having a -2 attack modifier. So that's good. That takes 2 of the fighters down to a -1, and it takes the veteran down to a 0 for the 0. Okay, turn counter in the 1 box, and we're into it. Dive bombers don't dive. Fast pilots we don't have. Sights and bandits can't attack at the moment. Slow pilots, no. Aircraft move. So let's bring the fighters over to here and then bring in the bombers. Right. He stays here. He was the target aircraft. The others can go forward and they go straight on to the fighters. And we have him attacking any of them. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 to 1. So he is currently going after Rogallo as well. Okay, so everybody's moved. Turn 2, fast pilots attack. Again, we have none. So, okay. So the veteran against Rogallo is at a 0 for his maneuver and gets a 10 anyway. And then is at a 0 for his maneuver success and gets a 1, which is -2 position. So we're on his tail. Okay, the second one is at -1 for his maneuver. He gets a 3, which is a tight turn. And then he is -3 for the success. And gets a 0. So he is no effect. Okay, so he now attacks at a -3. Gets an 8, -3 is 5. So Tom takes a stress, but it doesn't matter because we used his gung-ho. Okay, now we have the 5-inch mount against Rogallo, and he is going to take a stress to evade, and we get a 2, so he takes 1 more stress. He's on 2 stress. Then it's our turn. So Rogallo is going to go first. He is simply going for an in my sights. So this will be at a +0 for him, a 0 for the fighter. So he gets a 6, which is +1 attack. So he has a +1 attack on this guy. He is going to use his gung-ho and shoot him down. So that's 1 for Rogallo. And I'm just taking 1 suppression off him because I forgot he's got agile, so he could evade for nothing. Righto, and then we've got Tom. Okay. So Tom's manoeuvre is for, again, an in my sights, and he is at +3 for this. He gets a 4, which is +1 attack, so his attack is at +4. And that's a 9 and blows it away. That one goes back in there. That's his 4th kill. And that is it. So, aircraft move. So we'll bring both our fighters in. Bombers come in. And both of these will be attacking. So the fighter can go against Rogallo. The 1-inch mount. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2. So again, it's going after Rogallo. The 5-inch mount is going after Rogallo. Everybody's going after him. Right. Oh. So, next turn, turn 3. Dive bombers dive, and they do. That's Benson, Bearcat, and Walker. Okay. Fast pilots attack. Again, we have none. So the 0 is going to manoeuvre, and it's going to be manoeuvring for -1. And it gets an 8, which is a half loop. And then again, a -1 for the success. It gets a 2, which is -2 position. So it's now tailing. Right-o. The 1-inch mount will now attack Rogallo. He's evading. And we get a 6, which is damaged. So he's out of the fight, which helps this little man. Okay, damaged. I'm not worried about the stress on him because it's not going to make any difference. And then we have the 5-inch mount, which will shoot at him again. And again, he is... in fact, he gets the 2 stress. Takes him to 3. Okay, evading. And he gets a 2. So he takes 1 more stress. He's up to 4. Right. So they're out of it now. So now we get to fight. So Consul gets to do a straight up neutral attack on this guy. So his attack will simply be at a +3. And misses. So they disengage. Right. Bombs. First one to bomb is Benson. And Benson is bombing for a +3 air to ground. +1 dive is +4. And gets a 1 + 4 is 5 for 1 hit. That was goodish. Not. Yes, I know he could have used his gung-ho, but I'm just trying to get through it. Okay, second one is going to be Walker. And Walker is okay, so he is a +2, which is a 7, which gives him 2 hits, which is 3. And then we have Bearcat, who is a +4, so he can't miss. Can't miss. And he gets 3 hits and sinks the carrier. Okay, so bomb can go away. Everybody's done their attacking, so he can go away. They can go away. That can go away now. Rogallo's out of it. You get it. Okay, sorry. Leave him there for the moment. Okay, let's do the paperwork. So, first mission, Seagate didn't fly, Regallo did. He gets 2 XP. Wiggins did not fly. Foot did not fly in this mission. Chris did not fly in this mission. Consul did. Okay, Benson flew. He gets 2. Bearcat flew. He gets 2. And Walker flew. Gets 2. We have 5 SO points remaining. We gained 3 VP. Takes us to 16. We gained 1 recon and 1 intel. Okay, so Bill takes 1 more stress because he has 1 cool. Consul takes 2 stress, which actually takes him up to 4. Benson takes 2 stress total. Bearcat takes 2 stress total. And Walker takes 2 stress and takes him up to 12, just for the fun of it. And the carrier is gone. Okay, second mission. Okay, all we have is 2 zeros. And this is a -1 stress. Okay. That doesn't count. There we go. There's an average. And a veteran, of course. This could be painful. Okay, we don't have the help anymore of that card. Oh, we get the 2 SO points, don't we? For no pilots being shot down on this mission. So we start this one with 7. Yay! And we're not spending any SO points at the moment. Righto. Target's done. There are no sights other than those 2 aircraft. Bandits, none. Intel, no change. Event. Keep this card. The next time a pilot suffers a damage, they suffer +2 stress. Okay. Turn counter in the 1 box. Aircraft move in to here. That's turn 1. We're into turn 2. Aircraft move in. We're into turn 3. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Chris is a -1 with a gung-ho. And Chris is a +1 with no gung-ho. So we're going to go Foot gets the veteran and the other guy don't. Okay. So we started, moved in, turn 2, moved in, turn 3. We're now into turn. Moved in, set up, moved in, moved to turn 2, moved to turn 3. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we'll just go left to right. So the 0 in front of Chris is at a +1 for his manoeuvre. He gets a 6, which is a yo-yo. And he is at a +2 for the success, because Chris is a -1. He gets a 10, which is +2 position, +1 attack, so he is now tailing. So he is at +1. +1 attack is +2, +3 is +5, and another one for Chris is a +6. So Chris is just going to roll, doesn't matter. And he gets a 5. Yay! +6 is 11. Oh. So Chris uses his Gung Ho, and that's the end of that. Okay, the veteran against Foot. He's at a +2 for his manoeuvre. So he gets a 10 out of the sun. And he is at a +1 for the success. He gets an 8, which is +2 attack. So his attack is at +3. So Chris is going to take a stress. Takes him up to 4 to evade. And he gets a 1, so nothing happens. And then it's our turn. So Chris Foot and Chris the other guy. So we're doing Chris the other guy first. Okay, so he needs to do a barrel roll. So the success for this is a -2. Yay! And he rolls a 5. -2 is 3. No effect. He's stuck there. Okay. Mr. Foot is going to go for an in my sights. And he is at a -1 for his manoeuvre. And gets a 4, which is +1 attack. So he's going in for a 0 attack. And gets nothing. Go into the next turn, turn 4, and this 0 attacks. It's going for its manoeuvre first at +1 and gets an 8, which is a half loop. Success is at +2, gets a 5, which is -1 position. So we've gone to advantage now. Okay, Chris is at a +1, +2. This is a +3, so he is going to take a stress so that he can evade. +3. And he is shot down. Ouch. Okay. Righto. And now we have the veteran against Foot. He's at a +2 for his manoeuvre. And he's got out of the sun. And he's at a +1 for the success. And he gets a 10. So he's at +4 attack. So he's at +4. +1 is +5. Shooky dookie. Okay, so Foot takes another stress, which takes him up to 5, which is his maximum for being okay. And we need to roll a 1 for him to survive. And we rolled 2s. 2 2s. So that's a 7. That makes him damaged. And that's it. So he would then fly away, fly away. And they'll chase him and shoot him down. Right, so they're both shot down. They both survived. The mission was a flop. Did they survive? So first thing is the event. At the start of the next mission, don't care. Okay, So we'll look at Chris Foot first. There's no weight points. He was not shot down during target down because he was at the target, and the target was not won if the destroyed during homebound. Well, it wasn't homebound either, so to me that's a nothing. And the target wasn't destroyed, so it's a straight up nothing roll. And we get a 10. And he gets recovered. Way! So he's recovered with 5 stress total, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, God almighty. Okay, and Chris is the same. And he's saved as well. Well done. And he takes 5 stress, which takes him to 2, 4, 6. Okay. And the card goes away. And we go away. And we don't care about the rest. So, the end of the Battle of the Coral Sea. What it comes down to is that number right there. 16 VP. Which puts us actually into good. That is the lowest mark for a good result. We were lucky. Very, very lucky. We did not lose a pilot the whole way through. Okay, so looking at our people at the end. We'll look at the first 3 here. Drag it back up a bit. That's better. Okay, so Buster Wiggins finished. Nobody got promoted except for Foot. There's a couple of others who could get promoted now, but it's not going to really matter. So Buster ended up with 8. Yep, 8. So he was totally broken. Bill ended up with 5, so he was shaken. Neither of them had any gung-ho left. Grey Cap ended up with 5, so he was shaken as well. So none of them were going to be flying for at least a couple of missions. Right. Here we go. Chris Foot, 10 ended up with at the end. Totally broken. No gung-ho left. Chris did a wonderful job, mate, especially with a -1 air-to-air. You were not the worst pilot, but the least skilled pilot that we had. And you finished with 6, so you were shaken. Tom finished with 4, so was shaken. And that was with getting his extra gung-ho that he ended up with. So we ended up with no fighters that would have been available for any next mission at all. Okay, dive bombers. Benson. He was good to go still. Still had his gung-ho, only had 2 stress. Bearcat, same. Walker, poor bastard. He had twice his shaken value. He was broken and a half. And his gung-ho had been used. And Lewis did bloody well. Okay, he would have actually hadn't flown, so he would have taken 3 off. He would have only finished with 1 stress, which is still half of his okay value. And lucky last, our torpedo bombers. And they finished up probably the best out of everybody. Andy had used her gung-ho, but she had no stress left. And Hughes had a bit of a go, and he had nothing left either. So at the end of the Battle of the Coral Sea, we ended up good. Through pure luck. Pure luck. I've tried this scenario about 6 times. And in the first 4, I didn't get through the first mission. I just ended up having the shit shot out of me. I'd pull out something like 2 legendaries, 3 veterans, and an average 0 and stuff like that, just for the fun of it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. I'm sure I've made mistakes as usual, but that's it. So that's the end of our playthrough of Corsair Leader by DVG, Battle of the Coral Sea with the United States Navy. And the next campaign will be with the Navy again at the Battle of Midway, using basically the same sort of setup again. So that's why I haven't thrown my planes away, because it could be the same mob again, seeing as only one of them moved. Take care, and I will catch you later. Bye for now.